Howdy guys and welcome back. My name's Elio and welcome to the 7th installment of the Bleach Immortal character guide series. So in today's video we have Jin, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so Jin's a unit that is actually quite popular in my opinion, at least as you start the game. There's some people that continue to use him, and he does drop off at some point for others. But for right now, he's part of my main squad with where I'm at in the story, which you guys will see another video on that here shortly. But Jin is an attacker type, and obviously as the text state, he is centered around bleed, which goes very well with our boy Ichigo. But let's go over here to his skills real quick. So his combo skill, Shoot 'em Dead, Shinsho, basically has an increased crit chance by 25%. Now that doesn't seem like a lot, but there are times where this dude absolutely comes in clutch, in my opinion, on my team, especially playing manually, where like I'm almost relying on his crit to go off because it just does way too much damage once you get the combo counter up. But I mean, there's nothing really specific to this skill. It's a single target skill, and it has a higher than normal probability of critting. So if you want it to go a crit route towards Jin, then that's something that you can do, but is it necessary? No. And then his rage skill over here, Buto Renjin, deals damage to a column of enemies, and it deals bleed damage to the targets for 2 rounds. Now I'm not sure what is up with this move. Maybe it's his passive that he gets later on, but it will do random damage to another target. So keep that in mind, that this move hits more than what it says it does, at least from what I can remember and see when he actually does it. But obviously if it hits, and if you're lucky enough, it will apply bleed to the target, and bleed goes off his attack. So having high attack on him is very important for you to get the most damage out of bleed. And we can see here after his weapon awakens that it can also inflict poison on the target, which is another debuff. After a round ends, receives damage related to damage lost. So that's even another debuff after his weapon has been awakened, which, hey dude, I am 100% down with. Overall, decent skill. His main selling point, though, I can tell you already, is just the fact that he can do bleed, because it really goes over here to his next skill, his passive, which is where the moneymaker comes at. So when he is alive, all allies get a damage increase by 10% when attacking bleed targets. And okay, yep, see, rage skill deals damage to a random enemy. This ties itself with his rage skill. So you can hit a column of enemies, and there is a 100% chance that he's going to hit someone else, especially that maybe not even be in that column, which is blessing, an absolute blessing. But the 10% is huge, because this follows up with Ichigo, where you're going to be applying a lot of bleed stacks to enemies, and it becomes very helpful, because now, congratulations, you boosted everyone's damage while boosting Ichigo's damage, and I get another hit off of his rage skill. Perfect, dude, perfect. Overall though, I definitely like his kit. If you're going for more of a bleed build, then obviously this is the dude for you. And let's go over here to his War Souls real quick. So his first War Soul, where he just regenerates rage. Obviously you want to get that up as high as you can, just so you can have a more stable way of getting more SP, so you can actually do his rage skill, which is his main selling point. And then for mine, I end up with the Battle Soul of Crimson on him, as we can see here, where it boosts his attack damage and it boosts his bleed damage. Now this is only 2 stars. I need to get this higher once I have the actual currency to do so. But basically what I'm trying to do here is just to raise his attack up and his bleed up as well. I'm not sure if there's some type of War Soul that we can add into him that would benefit him even more. Let's see. I mean, going through here, I would say Byakuya, if you could somehow get his War Soul, where it increases ally attack by 1.5%, damage rate by 1.5%, and then bleed damage by 10%. But so far, that's the only one that I can think of. I could definitely be wrong here in terms of more useful souls, but I would definitely pick something that's geared more towards raising his attack or his bleed damage, because these are the only 2 things you really need to worry about for him. It's not very extensive as to what I can go into about his War Souls, unfortunately, other than raising his attack and bleed damage. But that's pretty much Jin in a nutshell. Very, very great unit. I definitely have been enjoying him, having him on my team. Are there better units out there? Of course, there's different builds, and I'm not saying that he's like top dog, but you know, for where you get him at in the game, he's still fairly useful for me so far. But that's pretty much it for the gym review, you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. If you guys have any personal suggestions, especially towards his third War Soul, once again, I implore you to leave a comment below. And thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I try to upload these videos at least a couple times every week. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So, peace out.